You lost your way, and it's safe to say that nothing could keep you here with me, and it's what you do. Overcomplicate every conversation as...
Hai, apa kabar semuanya? Semoga dalam keadaan baik dan sehat selalu ya. Dari beberapa waktu ini, ada beberapa kejadian yang membuat heboh dunia, yaitu masalah virus corona. Berikut ada beberapa pernyataan yang memang jarang diketahui tentang virus corona. Selamat menyaksikan.
If you are a parent, chances are you're worried and have questions about just how contagious coronavirus is and whether your child could be at risk. Misinformation has cropped up across the internet since coronavirus, or COVID-19 as it's now called, began spreading. So we asked UNICEF's health experts to get us the facts. Here are 6 things they think you should know. The virus is transmitted through direct contact with respiratory droplets from an infected person and by touching surfaces that are contaminated. Tell your children to maintain at least 3 feet of distance between themselves and people who are coughing, sneezing, and have a fever. Symptoms of coronavirus can include fever, cough, and shortness of breath. In more severe cases, infection can cause pneumonia or breathing difficulties. More rarely, the disease can be fatal, but that's mainly among older people with pre-existing conditions. Wash your hands frequently for at least 20 seconds using soap and water or an alcohol-based hand rub. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing or sneezing. Use your elbow, like this, or use a tissue and then throw it in the bin immediately after. Not really. If you don't have any symptoms, there is no need to wear a mask. Hand washing is actually more important. If you're coughing or sneezing, it's advised that you wear a medical mask to help protect others. For now, there isn't enough evidence to support whether the virus is transmitted from a mother to her baby during pregnancy or what impact this might have on the baby. To date, there is no specific medicine to prevent or treat the new coronavirus. So the best thing you can do is practice basic hygiene. To learn more, follow UNICEF and the World Health Organization for the latest updates. And if you found this video helpful, pass it along to your family and friends.
We should regularly wash our hands with soap and water and avoid touching our face with our hands. Even at a meeting when we have on this administrative task force, while I was speaking, I was touching my face until Minister Lawrence Wong nudged me with his elbow and said, "Stop touching your face." Let me now share about what we know about this novel coronavirus. This virus comes from the family of coronavirus, which includes other viruses such as MERS and SARS, as well as the milder variants causing common cold. The medical consensus at this moment is that the novel coronavirus is more transmissible but appears less deadly than SARS. Evidence suggests that the rate of human-to-human transmission of this virus appears to be higher than that of SARS. For now, the evidence also suggests that transmission is mostly via droplets. What this means is that the virus is carried within droplets emitted from an infected person over a short distance, such as when a person coughs or sneezes. If these droplets come into contact with the eyes, nose, or mouth of an individual, directly or indirectly through hands that have come into contact with these droplets, the individual may become infected. To clarify, there is no evidence currently to suggest that the virus is airborne. There are other viruses, such as the chickenpox, which can easily be transported via air currents and do not require droplets to contact the eyes or nose. The novel coronavirus is not in this category of viruses. The novel coronavirus could also transmit through surface contact. Let me explain. When a person sneezes or coughs, the droplets fall onto the surfaces of tables and chairs, and the virus may remain alive for up to a few days. When someone else touches the surfaces of these tables and chairs, the virus can be transferred to his hands, and if he then rubs his eyes or nose without washing his hands, he may become infected. So we should wash our hands. This is also why we only quarantine the close contacts of confirmed cases. For more transient contacts, such as individuals that the confirmed cases may have walked past in malls or hotels, the risk of transmission is low. For coronavirus generally, the person is most infectious when he is displaying symptoms, or what you call symptomatic. And this is likely to be the case for the novel coronavirus as well. There is evidence of limited spread from a person without symptoms during the incubation period. However, this form of transmission may be uncommon and has so far involved isolated cases only. At this point, the evidence still points towards higher transmissibility when the person is displaying symptoms. As such, medical professionals, both overseas and in Singapore, have advised that the most effective way that we can protect ourselves is to practice good personal hygiene. We should regularly wash our hands with soap and water and avoid touching our face with our hands. These may sound simple, but actually they're very difficult to do because all of us touch our face all the time. Even at a meeting when we have on this ministry task force, while I was speaking, I was touching my face until Minister Lawrence Wong nudged me with his elbow and said, "Stop touching your face." So it is simple but extremely difficult, but are actually very effective in preventing all kinds of infection. Potential infection from asymptomatic persons, in fact, is less likely to be from coughing or sneezing directly because they don't have symptoms. They are not sneezing or coughing, but more likely by touching contaminated surfaces, for which masks offer no protection. Wearing a mask when we are well often gives us a false sense of security instead, and we are more likely to touch our faces when we constantly adjust our masks, which is one way the disease spreads. At the same time, we need to protect others.